Hello and Happy New Year. I am starting what will hopefully be a regular series on YouTube where I just talk about whatever is on my mind for any given day. My intent is to do these daily over the course of the year, so we'll see how long I can actually keep this up. Today's episode is going to be about journaling. Now, I started journaling 4 years ago, and I have kept up with it every year since I started. In fact, this is my 2024 journal. So this will be the fifth year that I am now journaling. And it's been a really good thing to do for me personally, just because it really allows me to get some of the thoughts that are going on in my head, out on paper and take it out of my head, which, again, can sometimes be relieving, because there's a lot of things that we all think about every day, a lot of pressures on our minds and whatnot. And so being able to exude some of that pressure, some of those thoughts or ideas out on paper can help, again, kind of release some of the pressure that might exist in a person's head because, again, they're dealing with so much at any given point in time. So I found journaling to be almost cathartic experience. Now, have I been the best journalist or journaler? No, not necessarily. I've definitely missed my fair share of days, and when I've tried to go back to fill in those missing days with information, they usually just uh, distill to nothing much happened that day or typical work day. So I really need to get better at journaling every day and being consistent in my journaling. But that being said, I do make the effort to try to journal every day, even though I may not get to it every day or may lapse for a week or two sometimes. But, I'm always thinking about it. And I would say that journaling for me has been a somewhat on and off again experience. I remember I started journaling back when I was a kid, back when I was probably 12, 13 years old. I started to journal and I would do it for a period of time and then it would kind of fall off. And then I would try and do it again for a period of time and then it would fall off. I always liked the idea of journaling, but I found that being able to stay on top of it and be consistent with it was a bit difficult. And so throughout the years, I've tried many different ways to journal. I've tried digital journaling where I have maybe an online file or a Word file or something, a Google Drive file, Docs file, if you say call it that, and I would input my daily information in there. I've used apps to try and keep on top of journaling. I don't remember the names of the apps, but they didn't work either. And I found that really the only thing that could keep me on this journaling habit that I've been able to maintain for so long is by having a physical journal staring at me on my desk, waiting to be written in. So that's my recommendation. If journaling is something you want to do and you're eager to get in it or get on top of it or get on it again if you started in the past and fell off it, then my recommendation would be to get a nice, high quality physical journal that will, again, demand your attention. And what I like about what I use personally is the Moleskin journals. I find them to be of a high enough quality to give a degree of prominence to the journaling, aspect. It's not just some random notebook, right? It's a high quality, nice printing quality, nice paper journal. And also, what I like about these is obviously they're you can't see it in this, but there's the 2024 is written on the cover, and each of the pages is dated. So there's a date, here, there's a date here. So it's space for me to write in each of these days as opposed to a blank journal where I would write the date. Because I think those aspects of journaling where, it might not be something that is forced upon you, right? Where if you have to write your own date, then well, I can journal whenever I want, right? But if you're sort of pushed towards this daily drumbeat of journaling and that's what you're trying to do, this puts you in that kind of forcing function, if you will, because it's like, okay, every single page has a different date on it. So you have to you should write something in for every single day. So I guess my resolution would be more of a refinement of previous year's resolutions, which is again to just get better at journaling, to journal every day consistently, to not have lapses in my journaling, and to make sure again I'm not missing days or weeks at a time, which can happen sometimes. And yeah, just make my journal that much more substantial and significant to me. But anyways, that's been a few minutes with me on this hopefully daily, whatever this show is going to be here on YouTube, where I'll just talk about whatever is on my mind at any given time. All right. That's it from now. Have a good one, everybody.